Hello, everybody. It's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. Today I'm coming from the Forgotten account. I am going to do a season update. I am going to show some siege on a keep. I am going to also talk about gear and mistakes that most people make. Okay, so first I'm going to talk about gear. Okay. A lot of people tend to think that Sharp Blade is the best thing, especially the newcomers. Sharp Blade is not the best set effect. So don't try to make everything that you have Sharp Blade. I've seen that a lot. Second, stats are more important than what the set effect is. So those are the couple things that you need to think about when you're doing gear. And you don't want to make the same set effects. Like for my damage dealers, I'm going to show you that. You can do sets of 4, sets of 2. It just all depends on what you have. But as you see here, like on Aragon, I have a 2-piece set of Perseverance, which is an okay set effect. It stacks throughout the fight, so eventually you get, plus 5, plus 8, plus 10% damage with the 2-piece set. And then because stats matter more, as you see, the helmet and the accessory are not matched. Now here, this is something that I want to point out. With Dwalin, another damage dealer, I have the correct items for purple gear. It's the best in slot for purple gear. I have thick 2-piece thick armor, 2-piece evasive. Now, my next ones I will make with a battle axe and a helmet. I will probably make a 2-piece set with, say, might on it. Okay? And then with these two over here, I'll make something with either fortitude or want to say flay, because I know that's one of the possibilities in my bag right now. So don't be so consumed with getting the set effects. The right item is most important, but also change it up so that different commanders are going to need different set effects. Like Might works perfect on Dwalin. The Perseverance I made because I could make it. That was the only set effect that made sense that I could make. But ideally, Perseverance I would use on a commander like Shadow or Bjorn, where they do more damage the later rounds. Okay, so there I started with the gear. Now let's talk about the leaderboards. I'm gonna go through the fellowships. As you can see, Gundor has 3 fellowships inside of it: Dome, Ben, and Ting. And then you have Lothlorien that has Lore, Rebo, and Linden, FK It, and Rohan. You have Viking and GOTK for Erebor, Dead and Angmar, FDAG also in Lothlorien. So there is quite a few fellowships in here. I think as far as affluence goes, Gondor is the strongest. And that's just from the affluence. We'll go to commanders. People have gotten 40s already. As you see, GOTK Tolkis has the highest ranked Dane at the moment. I am unranked. I am at 39. Again, this is my second account. So, personal affluence, no surprise. Handless is number 1 in the server. He does very well at farming. You got Bowser's also from Dome, who's in 4th. You got Lord Biggest from Lore. Chinese characters in Rebo. So, at least we have some mixture, and it's not a dead server. Let me go to the map. So, as you can see, we are Gondor. We are down here in this blue area, and we have moved up to around the center areas. There's still a lot of passes that need to be unlocked, a lot of passes that still need to be taken. You have Rohan over here. You have Arnor over here that looks really dead because I don't think they have not taken any keeps or anything. As you can see, Linden has moved into the Endawath area so that they can have more farmlands. Not sure what their plans are. You got Angmar up here that's taking keeps. You got Lothlorien over here taking keeps. Erebor has taken some keeps, and Ruin has taken just the one. You got Mordor over here, and they are a smaller kingdom, so is Ruin. And they've taken a few keeps over here. So there is some action going on in the server. There's no fighting yet because a lot of the passes are still locked, and nobody's rushing to try to get to a certain area so that they can fight. And plus, at this point, options are limited. I mean, we could go over here to one of these passes to invade Mordor if we wanted, or we could go over here and invade Rohan if we wanted. But those are the only two options we have. So it looks like it will be a decent server. We'll have some activity. I am definitely glad to be part of it, as always. I love helping people. I love being here in Dome with everyone. And because this has happened since we've been on, I am going to upgrade my main hall to 10. I was waiting for a gather on resources. So we are going to be attacking this keep today in about 3 minutes, Celebrant Fields. Marshals are very, very important. They help it so that the people that won't be online at this time, because everyone is in different time zones, it helps them to be able to contribute to the team. And also, you can get the gems if our team is the one that captures. You get ring reputation as well. So marshals are very important. Maximize the people that you have there. As you can see, we have well over 300 total armies here. So this should go pretty quickly. And if it doesn't, if it looks like it's going to stall a little bit, I will pause the video. So far we've talked about the gear mistakes. It shows you the leaderboards. I've showed you the map. I'm hoping that we can get some PvP here in a few days. Let me see what day we are on. We are on day 9. We have 13 hours, and then the passes between spawn lands unlock. So that's a good thing. So there might be some action in the server. Who knows? Because like this one over here, this one between Angmar and Linden, I don't know the ally situation yet. You got Angmar and Lothlorien being able to go at it. Lothlorien and Erebor are able to go at it. Mordor and Ruin. You have us and Mordor, us and Rohan. So this opens up a lot of possibilities, which I like. So I also want to talk about hitting keeps. It is very important that you do it at the scheduled time. We are set to attack at 19 UTC, and that means we land at 19 UTC. And we've had to reset the keep because people keep hitting early. And hitting on time is important because you're showing respect to everyone else that has shown up. Like this guy right here, 31 seconds. Well, guess what? The timer's set. They're going to hit the armies before it resets. So they're not even going to help. Let's see. Okay, our guy timed it perfectly. Audenian, perfect. Great job. I'm going to be hitting a couple seconds after it resets, so that's okay. But It's very important to show respect to fellow players that took the time and the stamina to come to the keep so that everyone has a chance to hit the armies. It's very important to follow the directions of the fellowship because this is a team game. No part of this game can you do by yourself. And I probably took out, come on, I probably took out half an army. Okay, I took out a third of an army. I'm okay with that. So there's 3 armies left. And then we will start sending our siege. I can't see siege lasting more than 4 minutes or so. And here we are, off to the races. One thing when you're doing marshals, they will, when they land, the armies inside of it will hit every 10 seconds. So if it's a full marshal with 5 armies, it's going to be sitting on the keep for 50 seconds, 40 seconds, sorry. So those are also things to think about. I know some people are like, well, why isn't the marshal moving? It is doing something. It's just doing it at its own pace. So with the new recuperation, I have armies here, and I have videos on how to get around the recuperation. But another thing that I found for siege, nope, not that one. Yep, that one. I've only used 3 armies in this formation. So if I want to switch commanders, I can put one in this 4th commander and then move over the footmen and then repeat the step multiple times, which you'll have to watch the video to get the full steps. But with that being said, I will only end up sending under 100 dwarven footmen to recuperation. And the reason for that is because sometimes the levels of the commanders, some can hold more than others. And as you see, my tablet's moving a little bit laggy this morning. So what did I say, 4 to 5 minutes to get this keep done? Pretty sure we're on pace for that. And then because there's 3 fellowships in Gondor and we're all going for this, that's 3 different teams trying to get the last hit. And I hope other teams are like us and they don't worry about the last hit. It's about getting the keep for Gondor. So just keep sending your armies. As soon as they land, send them again. And I know you guys hear some tapping in the background. Well, they are still doing the roof on my condo. I'm hoping that's done within the next 2 days, either today or tomorrow. I think they finish up. And I will be happy to have the nice peace and quiet throughout the day. I will probably be doing trying to find a couple different mechanics, game mechanics videos to do. I might do another updated one on workshops, because I still see a lot of people that are placing them wrong, or they're not using them at all because they think, oh well, I'm not in a prime area, I'm not going to get that much. Well, let me send all these guys back to attack, and I will go back to my base, and I will show you really quick, because I am not in a prime spot. But if you see here, okay, this one only is getting fed from 2 tiles. Okay, well, this is on a tile that was already, I think, a level 4 or level 6, but I'm getting 1700 production, which is better than nothing. That's more than a 300 from that one tile. Here I'm getting 2400. Here 2400. 3300 here. 2800 here. So even not being in the ideal location, you can get quite a bit of extra resources. And I am going to pause the video so that we can finish it up because it is taking a couple more minutes than I thought it would. Okay, I'm back. I unpaused the video. So it actually took us 10 minutes to take the keep, which, like I said, is a lot longer than I expected. But you also have to remember we're using Dwarven Footmen instead of Borings or Alchemist at this point for non-roleplay or evil side. So that's one thing I forgot to calculate into it. So let's take a look at the occupation report. And it will tell you who ranks where on this keep, which is definitely something that I always like to see how many people are participating. As you can see, quite a few people participated in the attack, and then there's even more that got some siege. Some names a little bit lower on the list that I'm not used to seeing low on the list. Donato's usually a really big sieger. White usually has more. But Patateric usually has more. But it's a team game. They probably didn't have time to send or anything like that. As you can see here, I got just under 10,000. And Lahoum got 21,000. Good job, my friend. So these are the things that I like to see and get the participation. Cap C, Hans, very strong player, very strong account. It's good to see him on the team. Jaruk Killer's another one, very strong. Not sure that name, but I always say Volvo because it almost looks like VOLVO to me. But please don't take offense if you're watching this video. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope some people listen to the tips on the gear. You see where we're at in the season. I'm hoping to do another one of these in 4 or 5 days to where I can start showing some reports. That's what I'm really hoping to do. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.